Got vision and destiny. Add elemental, that's chemistry. All those heroes, that's infinity. It's endgame.
Yugi peoples, welcome to the commentary. Alright, so this one right here, you can tell by the look at the playmats, his beautiful shiny playmat that he's got there, that this is indeed a hero mirror match. We're both testing out interesting builds, trying to do something different. And as you can see, I am playing a hand loop version of the hero deck. So we got the new secret rare Spirit of Neos off in there. We got some instant contacts. We opened up like really good. We're going to be able to Marine Dolphin him here. Go ahead and look at his hand, and I'm just trying to decide what to discard. Since he hadn't activated the hand trap now, I figured that he didn't have one. So we go ahead and pitch the thrust, getting rid of the Spirit of Neo since we have a 2500 attack monster out on the board. Then we are going to be able to contact those two together into a Marine Neos. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and use Cross Crusaders effect because he is an elemental hero. We're going to draw two and discard one. We discard the Book of Moon. Then we're going to destroy a card. We hit the super poly like a ball, so we don't have to worry about that. And now we are able to go into a Isolde things combos here, and yeah, we go ahead and hand loop for two. And there are other ways, like because I'm also playing Neo Space Connector, that we could go ahead and hand loop for more cards. And as we get to the end of the turn here, you'll start to see like more I could have did. We are going to go ahead and have Cross Sheep here, and we'll be able to use the Inferno Divisor. We got the, all three chain links. And then when you do it, if you do play this deck and you do it like this, remember that Cross Sheep's effect has to be the last one in the chain to activate. Otherwise, Stratos won't get his search. You'll miss timing on that one. So, yeah. Then we'll go into the Sunrise. Go ahead and grab the said Miracle Fusion there. And yeah, we got a pretty good size hand thanks to Isolde and all the different things that we were add and do. And I was trying to decide what else I could do here. And I actually probably shouldn't have did the Miracle Fusion. I could have actually went into the Elemental Hero Aqua Neos there and discarded a card from his hand. And then also, since I have an old text version of the Neospatian, I didn't realize that I could have used his effect again. So I could have actually took two more cards out of his hand, and yeah, that would have been the much better idea. So yeah, I messed up there thinking that I could bring out the Elemental Hero Aqua Neos with the Miracle Fusion. And yeah, but we also, we could have looped him for two more cards out of his hand, which would have been, absolutely fantastic. A couple other things like this. I just put this deck together probably an hour or two before the tournament happened. So my extra deck feels like it could have been a little bit more fine-tuned. I decided not to play the Destiny heroes in this build, which was probably a bad idea. We might try to work those back off in there. But yeah, the deck has a little bit of work to be done and stuff. And as y'all watch the video and look at the different things that I do, y'all give me some tips and stuff and let me know what I could have done, differently, or, are there cards that I could have had inside the deck, because I would like to see if I could do a little bit more with the new Infonoble engine, but I haven't, really looked at it. But yeah. So he doesn't really have a lot of options here. I think the only good card that he really had in hand was triple tactics talent, but there was nothing for him to activate that would, get me to activate my monster effect for him to be able to activate that card. So yeah. And now going into this, after, seeing that he's playing Dolphin and stuff, I decide to not go with books and stuff. I kind of decided it might be better for me to play the hand traps type thing. And I put in Nib, put in Ash, and I believe I took out the books and stuff for the most part. Because, even though they're really good, going second, pretty good against heroes, I also don't want to have to deal with the favorite contact trap. So it's kind of trying to prevent him from doing that. And yeah. So we're done side decking here. Of course, he's going to decide to go first after getting hand looped. And, I'm kind of disappointed because there were a couple times when I was playing with this deck that I could have hand looped my opponent for more cards. And I just don't think at the time when I was activating it, I saw the combo thing. There was another time where I could have did it, but I only had one vanilla Neos in my deck. But yeah, you're going to see him normal summon out the Blaze Man here. One Punch Man to the board to go ahead and search out that poly. Then he's going to Rhoda there to go ahead and add that from deck to hand. Then he's going to Fusion summon out here the Infernal Rage. And, you know, I think like one of the things that he did here that ended up kind of being a mistake was not making Infernal Rage with the OG Neos, but he is going to add it to his hand there. That way he can, with the Shadow Mist, that way he can have access to the what's his name, Flame Wingman. But I think like since he's new with the style of deck that he's trying to play, also he ends up making a couple play mistakes just like I do. And you'll see right there, he sends the Vanilla Neos and the Mole, or no, was it the Dolphin? He sends the Vanilla Neos and the Dolphin to special summon out the Spirit of Neos. So he really could have searched out like any E-Hero there, but I guess at the same time, it really wouldn't have mattered which one if he was just going to discard it with the engaged Neo space. But then also, I think he like shuffles and then ends up shuffling back the Vanilla Neo, so he loses the favorite contact effect in order to get what's his name, Shining Neos Wingman out there. So yeah, I don't think he thought about that one. But I was also trying to ask him if he was running two of the OG Neos off in there, and I don't think either one of us was. So, you know, it sucks having to run like double vanilla brick like that, but because of some duels that I might get to show y'all later on, y'all see why I like was considered running two of them off in there. But yeah, he goes ahead and shuffles, brings out Stratos to search back out the Spirit of Neos, and then he activates the shuffle, gets to draw a card, and sets 3 back row. And I just automatically assume that one of them is Super Poly because we did discard that Super Poly from his first hand. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead and open up with a Hero Lives here. And what I want to try to do is to, before I go like full board everything and stuff, I want to get him to trigger that Super Poly. That way I don't end up losing like my best cards on the board to it. And we do have triple Talents Thrust, and I know he has the Spirit of Neos in his hand, so I want to get him to activate the Spirit of Neos effect so that I can have a good thrust and search out my Harpy's Feather Duster. So that's exactly what happens. We go into the battle phase, use Stratos to attack into Stratos. He activates the Spirit of Neos, which means he's activated the monster effect this turn. I'm going to be able to thrust there to add my Harpy's Feather Duster. And yeah, it's looking like, you know, it could be over for him. We're going to Feather Duster, and he has Protector. Yeah, banishes the Infernal Rage to negate my Feather Duster, and that's going to make things like a whole lot more, a little bit more tougher. So we're going to go ahead and summon out the other Stratos here so that I can try to destroy his back row. And he's trying to decide, you know, whether he wants to flip and activate it or not. So we're going to go ahead and roll the dice there. We do hit the Super Poly. It's a non-targeting effect, so he cannot flip it up. And yeah, he just decided not to use it there. So now we go into Isolde, and we'll be able to, you know, go ahead and send equip cards. But, you know, my hand is not all that great. You know, I have double Crosskeeper and stuff. Like, I can do a couple things here, but it didn't feel like really solid. We're going to special summon him out. We're going to go into the Unicorn. We're going to use Unicorn's effect to attempt to send back the favorite contact. And yeah, I think like he had and realized that it's not like, you know, with Stratos and stuff, so he can flip and activate it. But like I said, he had shuffled back the Vanilla Neo, so he can't go back with the with the Shining Neos Wingman. But he does use 2 E-Heroes to go ahead and bring out Sunrise, which will allow him to search out Miracle Fusion. And yeah, so at this point, you know, we don't have a lot of options. We're going to go ahead and activate the Living Fossil that we brought back. We're going to go ahead and get this Fire Flint lady here, and we are going to be able to link our special summon those off. Then we are going to link into the access code talker. We're going to pop both of his cards there. And then we will go ahead and cross Crusader to bring out our vanilla Neos there, link those two off into IP. And even that didn't really matter because I'd already used a unicorn, which I probably shouldn't have. I don't know. I was trying to figure out if there was another way that I could have done that, or if there was a, another option, another link 3 option inside of my deck outside of unicorn, or maybe even a link 2. I'll have to look into it. Like I said, I hadn't really expected my opponent to live through something like that, but it's all good. He goes Poly into the Spirit of Neos. I go ahead and chain IP's effect. That way, at least one of my little link monsters can survive the Shining Neos' pop effects, so it can't be destroyed by card effect because it was link summoned using IP. But he's also got the Miracle Fusion for the Wake Up Your Elemental Hero along with Neos Fusion, and yeah, he's going to be able to take that game there. Yeah, it's just the Protector of the Elements was clutch right there because it allowed him to negate my Feather Duster, which means I had to play out my hand a little bit differently than I had expected to. Just since he didn't search it, I was not expecting that at all and didn't think to try to play around it. But at the same time, having to worry about Super Poly and the favorite contact down there, it was just too much. So going into game 3, I will get to go first here. I do believe I drew I drew the Neo Space Connector. I was going to summon the Vion, but I meant to summon the Neo Space Connector. We're going to go ahead and get the Dolphin out there. We're going to use the the Flint Ladies effect. We're going to special summon out that Vion, send the Shadow Mist, and yeah, we'll be able to do Isolde stuff here. I think before I activated the Aqua Dolphins effect, I wanted to be able to get, a monster with more attack out on the board. I actually just wanted to get some discard fodder. So we're going to discard the Neo Space Connector. We'll be able to get rid of the Blaze Man out of his hand. And, just trying to decide what else to do here. We got the Spirit of Neos here with the Crosskeeper. So now we're able to go ahead and bring out our OG Neos. We'll be able to go ahead and link off the Dolphin and stuff because I wanted to be able to bring the Dolphin back. We're going to pay the 1,000 with the instant contact, get inside his hand again. We're going to hit the fusion deployment. We're going to contact fuse off those two, make sure to draw 2 with the Crosskeeper. And I think I actually should have I did put 1 to the bottom, and then yeah, go ahead and poly there, and we go ahead and grab our favorite contact. And I'm trying to decide what to do with my Neo Space Connector right now. And one of the things is I forgot I looked at his hand earlier with the little Dolphin, and I forgot that the other monster that he has inside of his hand has 3k attack. So I wasn't going to be able to discard that with the Dolphin. So I ended up wasting a discard here. And yeah, I just forgot about that. So just end up, burning my own self for 500 there after I burnt him for 500. So yeah, but we end up leaving on Appaloosa IP here. And I think it's pretty not a bad inboard, but I think I ended up messing up because I don't have a card in my hand, and I had a idea to get a card in my hand, and I forgot how it was supposed to happen. Yeah, this just ended up being pretty bad. I go ahead and use Appaloosa to negate the Stratos, and then he goes into battle phase, tries to attack. I flip up the favorite contact to make the Shining Neos Wingman to go ahead and pop that Stratos. And oh yeah, it was because I thought I had the other Crosskeeper inside of my I thought I discarded it, but yeah, I think I ended up messing up there because I was forgetting that I was thinking I was going to get the draw 2 and discard 1 so that I would have, access to IP's effect to make Unicorn to bounce his stuff back. But yeah, I ended up messing that up. Always check your graveyard, be sure what it is that you have. And yeah, but we got the Shining Neos Wingman, and we're going to go ahead and link those off, make the Unicorn, unicorn to bounce that back. It ends up being Book of Eclipse, and I just wanted to read to make sure it doesn't say that I can't flip that monster back face up. So we just flip it back face up, and with all the monsters that I have on board plus the 2200 with unicorn, we have enough to hit him with game right there. So yeah, fun little mirror match there. You know, we got to do some different things with Aqua Dolphin. It is a deck I would like to work on a little bit more, and mainly, as you can see, I got the Neo-Spatian sleeve, so I wanted to do something with a Neo-Spatian. The thing is, like, I tried to do Cosmos Neos. It did not work out well at all. I just had too many hands where I was opening up double Neo-Spatians. So I decided to go ahead and just see if I can do something with the Aqua Dolphin. So, you know, for my viewers out there, if y'all are doing stuff with Aqua Dolphin, you saw some things that I could have did better, could have did different, you know, maybe some extra deck suggestions. I am open to criticism and all such things. Let me know how I can be a better hero player while I'm trying to help y'all be a better hero player. I appreciate everybody for staying a while to listen, and I will catch y'all on the next video.
My wingman, he come through, he level up, he go cool, he's shining out and popping to over 9K. That's a breakthrough. We on top now. Here's a look at our world.